All right, welcome back. Michael Ventron here again. Ventron Enterprises. This is my documentary on Orphans Court in Chester County and how they help the lawyers rip off their clients' idiot kids once the successful clients are dead. Okay, this is my next attempt to try to get something proper to happen in Orphans Court, Chester County. And again, I live in Montgomery County next door. I don't live there, okay? So I tried to get Alex as a new co-trustee, George Jr.'s wife. That didn't work. They wanted nothing to do with it. Everybody just wants it to go away except for me, okay? And again, it is a documentary, all right? So this time, I know Coop, the financial rapist, through the documents that we've gotten, William Cooper III, has somehow made himself co-trustee. Don't know how, but he's made himself co-trustee. So my mom's got dementia. She can't do anything. She's supposed to be the other co-trustee from the documents that have now been provided to us. So I'm like, all right, let me get my dad, right? we'll get Big Joe to come in and be the co-trustee. At least now we have a family member that can see what the heck these lawyers did with the money they were given. $1.2 million inheritance. What are the lawyers doing with the money? They're litigating. That's how they get paid, of course. So again, to recap, it's supposed to be a trust under will, Sheila Wall Hunt, for the benefit of her daughter, Ashley, youngest daughter. Okay, so there's George Sr. and there's his wife, Sheila. This is Dylan, who's supposed to create everything and protect my wife. There's the ex-wife. There's her sister, who's supposed to be the co-trustee. And then there's her brother, George Jr., and his wife, who refuses to do anything to help us. You ever see him, ask him, why didn't you help? Why didn't you help? Why didn't you help? Okay? So again, Dylan's done all the taxes and so forth for the original trust fund on the horse farm, but we don't know what's going on with this one. So again, it's supposed to be for Ashley's health, education, support, general welfare, right? That's supposed to be the rules, not let's burn through the money paying legal fees, which is what these guys did. All right? So again, the co-trustees are supposed to be Dylan and Mary Hunt, and somehow the new co-trustees will be appointed by Mary and George Hunt Jr. But if you never created a trust fund, you can't really get new trustees, can you? And at this time, I still believe the thing is real. There's no possible way that Fox Rothschild is committing fraud against their own clients. Again, William Cooper III, that's Coop the financial rapist. He's the one burning through the money, paying legal fees, Fox Rothschild legal fees, enriching himself, enriching his law firm. And there's his buddy, Jimmy Quinlan, who worked with my mother at Penn Liberty Bank, controlling the money. And more legal fees. Help my buddy out. Give me some kickbacks. Who knows? We need an audit. So again, this one's Julie Goldstein, the skirt. She's the one that goes into Orphans Court protecting Coop the financial rapist. All right? So again, this petition I submitted in March of 2020. And again, I'm trying to get rid of Coop and have, my dad, Big Joe, in charge of this. If nothing else, look at what's going on with the money. Protect the money. Because this should be family money at this point. So again, they object. Right? No. I want to keep control of the money. Right? So again, they're the only ones that can see what's happening. There's no record keeping. Orphans Court doesn't have anything on this. Nobody knows what's going on. Well, two people do. So again, Julie sends it in. She submits it in 2020, arguing, no. There's no need to replace him, etc. He's not qualified, or legal lawyers are qualified for this, right? So what happens? From March 20 to 20, we got this from Judge to now, right? And basically, he says, I don't understand how trust funds work. Well, I understand how they're supposed to work. Maybe you don't understand how trust funds should work. And this is why his career ended. So again, I don't have situs. It's not my family money. It's the Hunt family money. And at this point, I'm the ex-husband, right? I'm just trying to help the kids out, Their grandparents' money, it's going to Fox Rothschild, enriching all these other people while these two children suffer. And my beautiful daughter, more than anything, is suffering because of this, okay? So again, as far as Orphans Court law, Judge Tanel, It's all Chapter 77, and 7780 says a trustee shall keep accurate records of the trust fund. Where's the money? There's no record, right? And there's no taxes being paid. Okay? You can't commingle the trust fund property. I found later on, Doan got burned in the Superior Court of Pennsylvania because he was commingling his other client's money. Okay? And again, wasn't Orphans Court in Chester County that made him accountable. It had to go to the Superior Court of Pennsylvania. That's either corruption in Chester County or just plain incompetence. All right? So again, designating trust fund property. Okay? Well, you can't just sell, because they claimed my home, which I was forced to sell for $330,000 loss, was a trust fund property. You can't do that. You have to get approval from Judge Tennell, which they never did. So again, Hunt family's a no-show. I mean, they're being copied on these petitions. They know something's happening up there. They know I'm trying to get rid of this lawyer that they handed the money to. And of course, Doan, again, no-show as well. So, Big Joe, and I don't blame him. He's not going to spend money on a lawyer. It's not his money. He doesn't know what Mom did here. And I'm still trying, still fighting. So again, from a cost-benefit perspective, all right, well, it's $50, right? That's how much the petition is. And a lot of work on my part, but it's $50, okay? So I'm learning the ropes of Orphans Court. I'm learning more about trust funds than I ever wanted to know. What I do know about trust funds is it makes it real easy for lawyers to enrich themselves, okay? Because the lawyers are the ones controlling the money. Oh, your family's protected. Johnny Sue can't sue you. Yeah, that's great. But what the heck is the lawyer doing with the money? You have no idea. What I do know is whatever this Jimmy Q slush fund is, it's being depleted with all the litigation that's going on. Sooner or later, they're going to run out of money. And again, I've had it with Judge Tennell at this point. Like just worthless judge. So again, Coop sends me emails because I demand a retainer out of the trust fund, threatening me. He's going to come after me. He's going to send the cops. And eventually he did, And of course, Jimmy Quinlan's still controlling the purse strings. Okay? He's defrauding my mother. The only way my mother's signature got on the one document is if Jimmy went into her office at Penn Liberty Bank. Hey, Lynn, I need you to sign this. It's, for the kids, for the trust fund, right? It's the only way. All right? And again, multiple judges have never made them prove that the trust fund is real. They just take their word for it. At this point, I know something's wrong. So again, what's next? Well, here's the triplets, right? Got William Cooper III, a.k.a. Coop the Financial Rapist. He's the one that's making the decisions to pay these two. Bill Bauer, Weemsy, and the Skirt. Aaron Weems, the divorce lawyer. Julie Goldstein, the litigator in Orphans Court. Paying them other Fox Rothschild lawyers with the Hunt family money to cover up the fact that he never created a trust fund. So again, come out to the website. This will be on the Ventron Enterprises Facebook page. I'll get it out to YouTube, okay? But keep following along, okay? It gets better. What I do know is William Cooper III is spending an awful lot of Hunt family money paying Fox Rothschild legal fees to cover up what he did.